What's up, everybody? Welcome back to In Cahoots Podcast. My name is Nikki.
I'm Melissa.
And we're back with a second video regarding the Charlie Kirk case. Now, video credit for this that we're going to react to is Jesse on Fire. I actually like this guy. I think he's kind of funny. And he's been doing pretty well with the investigation also. So yeah, he's going to show some comparisons of Lance Twiggs, which is Tyler Robinson's partner. Mm-hmm. And
also Tyler
Robinson. Mm-hmm. And it's just going to kind of show, I think, that like pretty much how the FBI is like fucking us over. They think we're dumb. They think it's...
That's what it is.
They think it's 1960.
They didn't expect us to be dumb.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, they forgot that we are in the age of social media and everybody is an internet detective. Everybody.
And so much better than seasoned paid detectives.
Mm-hmm. All right. Before we get into the video, you already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe, like, smash the like button, please. Interact with the video, comment, let us know what you think. If you like it, if you don't like it, if you agree, if you don't agree, who cares? Make sure you share this video with everybody you know and turn on your post notifications so that you know every single time we post. Let's do it.
What I have for you today. Buckle up. Now, if you didn't see my video yesterday, we need a really quick refresher to get us on the same page for the new information, okay? So I said that I was reviewing these pictures of the suspect in comparison to Tyler Robinson, and I was looking at comparing the ears. The suspect's ears, I realize this is the AI enhanced one, but you can see that the ears are very visible. This guy's earlobes are not attached. Not attached. Okay? There you go. Crystal clear. Not attached earlobes. Tyler Robinson, however, attached earlobes. His earlobes are attached. Very, very clear. And again, one more version of the same photo, a different source, same photo, not attached earlobes. Now, let's look at something else very important to what we're doing here today. Take a look at the shoes on the suspect. Take a really hard look at those shoes. A really hard look. And look at details. Those do not appear to be black. Those appear to be gray. Okay? Now, sometimes coloration on photos can be tricky or whatever. So when you see these pictures of Tyler Robinson wearing black Chucks, looks like they're, you know, you don't, there might be the same shoes, maybe, as long as you don't zoom in and recognize that these are Tyler Robinson's and they have a stripe right there next to the laces. And these ones, which are the suspects, do not. Okay. So very clearly seem to not be the same shoes. How about those shoes? Do these, right? Do these look like the shoes? Do these look like the shoes? Because they do to me, right? Like there's the, let me go back here. Those are the shoes from the suspect, right? Those are also shoes. Now the laces are different, but the shoes are the same. Let's see if we can scroll up and see who's in that picture. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that Lance Twiggs? Is that Lance Twiggs wearing the exact shoes that the shooter was wearing?
I mean, people can have multiple pairs of shoes.
And they're both men and partners.
So I've
worn your shoes, you've worn my shoes.
Yeah.
So we just changed the laces on old shoes, though. I mean, you know, I don't know.
That part's low-key a reach for me, but we'll get there. I'm gonna let him rock.
The earlobes things is much more of a banger for me.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you have detached and full-on earlobes? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yeah.
Detached and full-on earlobes.
Attached and then full-on.
That's
earlobes.
funny.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else he says.
Wearing?
I'm gonna let him rock.
I think it is. Lance Twiggs wearing the shoes of the suspect. And now let's bring the whole thing home, okay? So what you're looking at here is a photograph of Lance Twiggs, the reportedly schizophrenic, radical, violent lunatic who is constantly trashing their apartment, attacking, you know, like
So this is the real photo. This is not the AI generated one, obviously. So this is the real photo.
That looks more like Twiggs.
This does not give this.
Mm-mm.
This gives this.
100%.
And I want to see Twiggs's earlobes now. I can't see his earlobes in none of these pictures because he always has something weird on his head.
Oh, I'm sure we're going to find one.
And his hair is longer.
I'm sure that we're going to find one. But just the mouth area too.
Does not give this.
It's very much Twigs.
Wow. How like everything is 4K these days, and the FBI wants to give us this. I'm supposed to do that. Lord
Man,
have
this
mercy.
case just makes my head hurt. There's so much to it.
And then I also saw, I don't know if Jesse is going to show this, but I did see a photo of, because they had a video of like after the shooting. Apparently Tyler Robinson changed his clothes and he was in kind of that, I think, reddish maroonish. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then, so if you look at he has a hat on. So, but if you look at the back of his head, you don't see his hair. And I believe that when he turns sideways and they have a picture of the back of his head, you can kind of see hair coming out of the cap. So it's almost like this person's hair is longer than his, and so is Twiggs longer than his, but I don't know.
Completely botso. If you guys have not seen all of that, you should look at it. And on the right side, you have Tyler Robinson, who by all accounts was a virgin, straight person who got turned out by the schizophrenic radical who he lived with, okay? Never exhibited any kind of violence. According to his own family, didn't even own a firearm. We're going to get to that in a second, okay? Didn't even own a firearm. We're going to get to that. And if you look at the two, it's very challenging for me to see how anyone would look at the suspect photo and go, yeah, I think that's the guy on the right. But listen, I am just a human being that can't just look and pick out specific features and then mathematically try to match them to the middle picture. However, maybe you guys have heard, there are AI tools that now exist that can do that. So let's just take a look, right? So facial structure comparison summary. No, this document does not make any claims of identity. It only compares general facial structure and proportions between images for similarity analysis. Okay. Overview. The goal is to assess which person, left or right, shared closer facial structure features to the middle person wearing the sunglasses. The comparison focused only on consistent anatomical landmarks. So it chose 6 features to analyze. Keep in mind, Lance Twiggs is on the left and Tyler Robinson is on the right. Face shape, Lance. Jawline curve, Lance. Chin point, Lance. Nose bridge width, Lance. Eye to brow distance, Lance. Face length versus width, Lance. 6 for 6. 6 for 6. Definitely was convinced that it was Tyler Robinson. Also, the dad recognized the rifle. Remember that? And then called Tyler and was like, hey, man, that's your grandpa's rifle, isn't it? Show me the rifle. Show it to me. And they said it was a Mauser. Okay, well, let's take a look at some stuff here. Okay, so see this picture right here, guys? That is the supposed murder weapon. Okay, so get a good, nice, hard look at that image, right? Okay, this is what a real Mauser looks like. The improved original. Okay, this is what the World War II version looks like. It's also, okay, a $15,000 gun rifle. Okay, $15,000. This is the Mauser that they implied that it was a unique piece of craftsmanship, right? Now, this is a Ruger American 30-06. Okay, it is $370. And when I tell you every person on planet Earth has this rifle, I am exaggerating, but not by very much. Everyone has this rifle, okay? And so if I was to compare this to the Ruger, can you tell a difference from looking at that picture? Okay, can you tell a difference? Looks pretty similar. Now let's say that it is a Mauser. Well, there's this one. Here's a Mauser, okay? Here is a Mauser M18. But this is definitely not the World War II version that it was implied was so easily identifiable, right? So when you look at that and then you go over here, okay, one thing that I notice is that it cuts off right before you could see whether this little number right here, you see that little dot over there? Hopefully that is in frame. That dot right there, it's cut off right before that, so you can't really tell. But I do think that this is probably the Mauser, because if you look at the Mauser and you look that when the bolt is locked in place, there is more to the bolt action right there, where on the Ruger, there is not. Okay, pretty sure it is a Mauser. But definitely not a Mauser from World War II that would have been identifiable to everyone who looked at those photographs in the event that you saw that it was like, oh, this person looks like your son. And then it's like, oh my God. And that looks like a World War II rifle. Okay. If ChatGPT decides that here are two people and in every single category, it looks more like the other guy, you tell, oh, but the mom was like, no, that's my son. For sure. That is my son. And then the rifle was supposedly a World War II version, except it's definitely not that. That's just made up. And it looks like a Ruger American that every person who's ever shot a gun has shot, or a rifle. Everybody shot that. Everybody has shot that. Every person who's ever shot a rifle has shot that rifle. Okay. It's a $370 rifle. It looks identical.
I think we've even shot that rifle with our friend. Yeah, with Cody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that we.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Mm-hmm. I have pictures, and it looks the same.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What would be the point of all of this?
I don't know, because personally, I still feel like it's bigger than that, and it has something to do with the government, or something to do with
Philadelphia,
Israel, or something to say, where did these two people come in from? And I keep asking, how were they the chosen ones? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But when it comes to the pictures, yes, that looks 100% more like Twiggs.
Yeah.
Okay, so Twiggs did it, and so Tyler is just taking the fall, and just gonna sit there and 100% take the fall for his partner.
Look how it looks, though, right? Like, even if it was Twiggs, just for a second, let's walk down this little path. All right, say it's Twiggs. Okay, the FBI goes on Chat GPT, and they get this crazy 1942 way of texting. You know, like, yeah. Anyway, we all know the text messages. So the FBI, they first of all, those messages are so specific. Stop what you're doing and lift up my keyboard and read the letter.
And according to FBI, these are from Robinson to Twiggs.
Yeah.
Who's at home.
Right. And then he's like, I don't know. He said something like he up in a tree watching them. His vehicle is still over there, and he needs to
get the gun,
but they're still like, okay, it all just seemed too specific, and it's almost like, look, let me fully and outwardly tell on myself. It's like a perfect written confession of every moment. Nobody texts like that. I'm sorry, they just don't. Nobody talks to their partner like that. Like, they don't, especially at 22 years old. Like, that's just not the move. I don't believe that. But the way that the text was written out was just so specific. Like, it's not saying that these words were in the text message, but it's just like, I woke up, I swung my legs around, they hit the floor, I stood up, I turned left, I walked 3 feet, opened the bathroom door, closed it behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so specific. It's weird. But okay, back to the path. So boom. So they get that. They set up that little text message. Okay. And then they're telling everybody that their Twiggs is working with them. Like, he's cooperating, and he's telling them what he knows and all of this stuff. But he's not in any trouble for the fact that his partner confessed to him, but he didn't call the police.
Right.
Because technically Robinson did not turn himself in until later. So, but he's not in trouble for that. Okay. Then all of a sudden, homeboy disappears. Where's Twiggs? He got and apparently, like, they went back to the house, bunch of mail there, nothing. He's gone, left face of the earth. But then what would be the point of protecting Twiggs so much to put this on Robinson?
I have no idea.
I don't get that.
I don't know. I've watched crazy cases with nothing. Nothing gets solved. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is...
If it smells...
Something's going on.
If it smells like shit, it's shit.
It is shit.
You know what I mean? Like,
I just... in my heart of hearts, I do feel like it's bigger than all of this, and I just don't know where these two pawns came from. Robinson and Twiggs. They're pawns in this chess game, and I don't understand.
It just don't make sense.
It doesn't.
Because even, like I said, even with everything that what has been said, has been shown, has been whatever, what would be the point?
A public execution. Like I said, I've watched so many cases, get solved, and it wasn't nowhere nearly. I mean, everything was right here. How could you not solve this? And they don't want us to solve it because it has everything to do with them.
That's all bad. That's all bad. That's crazy. None of this even, it doesn't make sense in the least. Like, it's stupid.
So what happens now? I mean, okay, Robinson is not talking. He has not said one word.
He never confessed.
So now this is coming out to where pictures are side by side and everybody's leaning towards Twiggs now. So what's happening?
People were thinking it was Twiggs from Jump Street, too.
Do we even know where Twiggs is?
No.
Okay, and then remember we also found out that the place that he vanished from, he was renting from his parents.
So apparently they kicked him out or whatever.
His own parents kicked him out of that house? I don't know. First they said that he ran, then he was evicted, and then we found out he was renting from his parents, so his parents evicted him?
Twiggs was actually the one in those Discord chats that was the most, like, super far...
Well, that's what they're saying.
Left.
He was the crazy radical one.
Yeah,
And Tyler was just a quiet, chill one.
But right, and that's the part that I can't wrap my head around. What would be the point of protecting Twiggs? What can Twiggs do for you? Did you guys just hire him out of nowhere to get the job done, and then
maybe
now you're protecting him?
Because he is trans, and I mean it was a trans person who did it. So maybe that's where they started, like it was Twiggs, but somehow Robinson came into the mix, and maybe it's just easier for it to be on him. You know what I mean?
Unless Twiggs was hired, and then they was like, look, we need to pin this on somebody. We'll protect you. Thank you for doing what we needed you to do. Who you going to pin this on? Hell, the partner, right. Robinson. I don't know.
You guys see what this is? Remember how I told you that we've been digging into other communities and that we found connections between Lance Twiggs and other people and all these people who clearly had foreknowledge of what was going to happen to Charlie Kirk. As an example, you can see at the bottom, it'd be funny if someone like Charlie Kirk got shot on September 10th. LMAO. That's what day? Oh, September 3rd. Weird. All right, so we've established that this person had foreknowledge of the Charlie Kirk assassination. And what is the top post right here? POTUS, December 14th. Huh. And the same person, a week before Charlie got hit, said that Charlie was going to get hit on the exact day that he got hit. And he has the name of our sitting POTUS next to a date of December 14th. So
I didn't see those before. I haven't seen those.
Okay, so now
who's that guy? Is that Twiggs?
No, that's not Twiggs. That's part of his community. That's another furry. Remember they were talking about they had that little community. Yeah.
Oh man.
So that's very specific.
So imagine if it wasn't the government or shout out to I am Coach, I think it's Carter.
Coach Carter.
Yeah. Instead of saying the I word, you have to say Philadelphia. So that because they're like, I guess, tagging videos. So I have to go back and edit a few things. However, maybe it wasn't the
Philadelphia,
our government. And what if it's just like this secret organization, not Antifa, but. Yeah, like the furry takedown. And ooh, let me
as
stop
much as
talking.
as much as he's going in on the trans, I would imagine that they did build something. You know what I'm saying? But
Can you imagine? I've never seen those messages before.
okay, so this is all evidence. This is all proof. So does this all go to court? And do we take Twiggs in now? Like what's happening?
I don't know. That's what everybody's trying to figure out, because things that are so in your face. Patel's like, he's like, we're not going to do any more investigation on foreign intelligence and blah, blah, blah into the Charlie Kirk's case. I'm so big, man. And everybody's pissed off at him because they're like, what the, like, well, no, we need to look into the you know what I'm saying? Into Philadelphia and the other place. However, now that, I don't know, that just did something to my brain. Because what if it's just like a furry organization and they're like, we're on domination. Like,
Who
you know
let
what I
the dogs out? Dogs, cats, deers, mooses, bears.
Whatever's furry.
Whatever's furry.
That's crazy.
That was pretty nuts. Okay, and so did he clarify when that was sent? That what was it, a week before the 10th?
The day after anniversary.
So September 3rd is when he said that, and that was literally a week before.
What is that? Why such a specific? I mean, I'm pretty sure that they were like kind of like stalking them and knowing that, you know, obviously he has an event coming up, September 10th. That's something that September 3rd. If you're gonna go to the Charlie Kirk event, you know it's the 10th. Like, so I think that's what he was referring to. Like, you know, but the December 14th is low key taking me out.
LMAO. That's what day? Oh, September 3rd. Weird. All right, so we've established that this person had foreknowledge of the Charlie Kirk assassination. And what is the top post right here? POTUS, December 14th. Huh. And the same person, a week before Charlie got hit, said that Charlie was going to get hit on the exact day that he got hit. And he has the name of our sitting POTUS next to a date of December 14th. So something about
That doesn't necessarily mean anything to me. Like, let's just say, I mean, just using it as an example, somebody official we knew was going to come visit Vegas. You know what I mean? And have some sort of, and I'm just like talking shit. Like, wouldn't it be crazy if so-and-so got shot at that thing?
Well, that's what I was saying.
So you're going to sit there and say that I had foreknowledge? No, I'm just saying.
That was my point of like, on September 3rd, if you're following Charlie Kirk, you know he has an event on the 10th. Like, I'm not too, but December 14th thing is the only thing that's really like, wait, what?
Right.
What's with you in these dates? That, man.
So it's not like cut and dry. You knew.
Oh no, absolutely not.
No, he could have just been talking
trolling.
Shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Owens, run us through why that date might be important from her episode 243, which was about a month ago, September 25th. Okay, so watch this. It's actually 5 or 6 weeks ago. Watch this.
Right? Ironically. And so many people have reached out and they spoke about the finances at Turning Point USA. And, you know, I'm not exactly a forensic accountant, but I know that other journalists got really interested in this angle who were similarly receiving leaks and have pushed this off to forensic accountants, and some of the stuff is getting very interesting. But I did want to show you guys this because I think this proves what we have been hearing. It's at least a starting point. An insider who said that they were there and present when Charlie had expressed some concerns about where the money was going. And leading up to that moment, Charlie had by and large completely removed himself outside of the organ of fundraising, which is to say that it wasn't something that he necessarily had his finger on. Of course, he always would show up for top donor meetings. He is the face of the company. But in terms of the accounting specifics, he trusted his lieutenants. Of course, something that big, you're clearing $100 million a year, you got to have lieutenants and you have to trust those lieutenants. And of course, sometimes those leaders don't like one another. That's all normal. But then there arrived a moment when Charlie felt that the money was disappearing. Allegedly, I'll say allegedly here, but I think we have some proof that shows that. And the excuses that he was being given for the money disappearing wasn't adding up for Charlie. Said another way, the math wasn't mathing, okay? He felt that again, according to sources, that the company was burning through cash too quickly. And Charlie set about finding out why and how this was happening. So on September 2nd, which is, of course, just 1 week before he lost his life, Charlie surprised the company by announcing that he was putting together a Doge department. Yes, a department of government efficiency like Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy had set out to do. Trump won. They got behind him, right? They said, hey, there's a lot of pork. We don't know where this money is going. People are just accepting checks. Again, this is the whole purpose of the Department of Doge. You put us in there and we're going to figure out how all of these bureaucrats are just wasting tax dollars. Really kind of a nice way of saying we're going to conduct an audit.
So you're saying that on September 2nd, Charlie announced an internal audit after finding discrepancies in the money coming in, money going out. And on September 3rd, the post that we referenced from someone who knew the exact date that Charlie was going to be murdered somehow, is that the day after Charlie Kirk announced that he was going to be doing an internal audit at Turning Point USA? I just started to put that together, by the way. Hadn't even considered that.
Okay, I think I got it.
Uh-oh. We about to crack this case.
Well, no.
Nah.
This entire time I've been saying, like, where did Tyler and where did Twiggs come from? They're just these pawns, and I need to understand how they got thrown into this mix. It is definitely all within Turning Point USA. Everything within this thing, it's all about this thing. They did this.
Allegedly.
And Robinson and Twiggs has ties to people, somebody in Turning Point USA.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay. Now, just within...
Who would be so sloppy, though, even if they did have... Oh, well, maybe they could have, like, family on family on family on family. But I was like, who would be that sloppy to put something like that on social media? So it has to be, like, family on family on family on family that told somebody. Yeah.
There was a tie. But, I mean, just think about who's involved in Turning Point USA. There's some big people, high people. You know what I mean? And for him to be like, hold up, I'm not with this. Like, really, what's going on with this money? You know what I mean? This company is already established. With or without Charlie, we're going to keep on making money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to shut him up real quick because now he asking questions.
Now, yeah, that I think is the super scary part about it because, you know, when it comes to money, people will do anything. You know what I mean? So, and now if they're about to get caught with their hand in a cookie jar, they're like, okay, wait a minute.
Right.
We all are going to end up getting, you know, exposed. So what y'all trying to do?
But with or without Charlie, they could keep Turning Point going. You know what I mean? Keep that company going. It was already established.
That's crazy. I want to, I need to correct that. The Philadelphia thing. Coach Carter's a movie. I am Coach COLLIN. Sorry, COLLIN.
Sorry, COLLIN. And we actually watch you a lot.
Yeah, you the man. But I guess the movie just popped in my head, and I'm like, Coach Carter?
I know it was a coach, and I know it was a C.
Right.
Lord.
Coach COLLIN.
We apologize.
Subscribe to that man. He has the clap. That's some thunder claps. But anyway, back to what we were saying. but then that also makes me wonder, where does Erica Kirk come in? Unless she knows, because she knew what her husband was about to do. I'm sure she knew that it was time to set up an audit. Apparently they all knew. Candace knew. She not even working there. But no, whatever the case may be, though, there's a possibility that Erica might just know everything, and she's just waiting for the right time to air them out. Like, oh, y'all thought I was stupid.
I sure hope so. God, I sure hope so.
Hope it's on camera.
Wonderful. That would be so wonderful. Now, as far as her taking over and becoming the boss of this company, was that always for her? Who made that decision? How?
They said they unanimously came to that decision, like the board.
They did.
But I think she just was like, no, this is my shit now. Because if she didn't want it, she wouldn't have taken it. But again, like I said, she doesn't...
And they're okay with that. They're like, okay, so we're going to make, Erica boss lady now. We can work around her.
Which goes against everything that they believe in as conservative, but okay. Not that women can't be boss, but it's just like they feel like the women should just be at home with the kids cooking and not doing that, which is why all of these conservative people have
I really hope
bashed her for that, because they're like, what are you doing? Like, your husband just died and now you're CEO. Like, where's the morning? Where are your kids? Like, and I just think she did it because she don't trust them. The woman always knows. So I just can't put nothing past Erica, but at the same time, it's like, I hope that she really is being who I think that she's being. You know what I mean? I hope that she really is playing that girly little game, like, oh, I don't know anything, but then expose the hell out of him at one point.
Oh, this would be so great.
I know. You guys already know what to do. Make sure you comment below. Let us know what you think, how you feel, if you like it, if you don't. Please make sure you subscribe. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers. So please, we need your help with that. Make sure you share the video. Share it to everybody that you know.
You boosted us up to 2,000. Now we're working on 3,000.
Yes. So
let's do it, guys.
All in all, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, turn on your post notifications so that you know every single time we post. This has been another episode of In Cahoots Podcast. My name is Nikki.
I'm Melissa.
And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.